Welcome to Take a Minute. I'm Noemi, and in these stressful times, I'm here to share some tips with stay-at-home moms, working moms, and everything in between moms. In this week's Take a Minute, let's talk about breast cancer awareness. This is part 1 of a 2-part series. October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Today we will be discussing the basic facts and myths on breast cancer. Next week, we will talk about the risk factors and what you can do. But first, some basic facts and statistics. Did you know that on average, every 2 minutes, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer in the U.S.? 1 in 8 women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. Breast cancer is the most common cancer among women in the U.S. except for skin cancer, and approximately 30% of all new cancer diagnoses will be for breast cancer. In raw numbers, it is estimated that for this year alone in 2020, 276,480 new cases of invasive breast cancer will be diagnosed, 48,530 new cases of non-invasive breast cancer will be diagnosed, and 47,170 will die from breast cancer. But there is hope. For example, 64% of all breast cancer cases diagnosed are at a localized stage, meaning there is no sign of the cancer spreading outside of the breast, for which the 5-year survival rate is 99%. And there are over 3.5 million breast cancer survivors in the U.S. Now let's go on to the myths. With all the misinformation out there, it is important that we get the facts. Myth 1. Finding a lump in your breast means you have breast cancer. Here's the truth. Only a small percentage of breast lumps turn out to be cancer. However, a lump in your breast or a change in breast tissue should never be ignored. It is very important that you see a physician for a clinical breast exam. Myth 2. Men do not get breast cancer. It affects only women. Here's the truth. Each year, an estimated 2,190 men will be diagnosed with breast cancer and 410 die from it. While the percentage is still small compared to women, men should also check themselves and report any changes to their physician. Men carry a higher mortality rate than women, primarily because of the awareness among men is less and they are less likely to assume it's breast cancer and seek treatment. Myth 3. A mammogram can cause breast cancer to spread. Here's the truth. A mammogram remains the gold standard for the early detection of breast cancer. Early detection is the key because it can provide you with greater treatment options, increase your survival rate, and give you a greater quality of life. Myth 4. Antiperspirants and deodorants cause breast cancer. Here is the truth. Research and the National Cancer Institute has found no correlation between breast cancer and the use of underarm deodorants and antiperspirants. It is also not caused by underwire bras, implants, mammograms, caffeine, food containers, or serving items, microwaves, or cell phones. Myth 5. Breast cancer is contagious. Here is the truth. You cannot catch breast cancer or transfer it to somebody else. However, you can reduce your risk by living a healthy lifestyle and being aware of the risk factors and following an early detection plan. Myth 6. A family history of breast cancer will make you more likely to develop breast cancer. While it is true that women who have a family history of breast cancer are of higher risk, here's the truth. Statistically, only about 10% of individuals diagnosed with breast cancer have a family history of the disease. Here's how it works. In the first degree, if your mother, daughter, or sister are diagnosed before the age of 50 years old, you are recommended to start breast imaging 10 years before the age of your relative's diagnosis. In the second degree, if your grandmother or aunt are diagnosed with breast cancer, your risk increases slightly. If multiple generations on the same side of the family, or there are several individuals who are first-degree relatives to one another, or several diagnosed under the age of 50, the probability increases that there is breast cancer gene in your family. Speaking of which, Myth 7. If the gene mutation BRCA1 or BRCA2 is detected in your DNA, you will definitely develop breast cancer. Here's the truth. According to the National Cancer Institute, not every woman who has these genes will develop breast or ovarian cancer. However, a woman who has these genes is 5 times more likely to develop breast cancer. However, there are proactive measures you can do to reduce the risk. Visit your doctor or other healthcare professional for more information on taking some of these preventative measures. For more information, remember that next week in part 2, we will cover information on the risk factors and what you can do. Otherwise, visit our website at www.mcallenlibrary.net, click on our catalog and type breast cancer for a list of books available for checkout at the McAllen Public Library. And this is Take a Minute. This has been Take a Minute. I'm Noemi with the Palmy Branch Library, asking you to take a minute to take care of yourself so you can take care of your family.